All right, guys, today we're bringing you, this is actually our first impressions. We just got the keys, 2023 BMW M340i. They slightly changed it up for this model year. It's a mild hybrid now. We're gonna give you our initial thoughts on what we think of the car.
Yep. Overall, I mean, look, my first impressions, it looks great. It's a really good looking car.
Yeah.
They didn't mess up anything with the front fascia. They kept the smaller grills as opposed to the new M3 and M4.
Yeah, this looks absolutely great, especially in black. It has a nice aggressive front, but not overdone in any way. Just classic BMW design almost. You know, smaller grille, gorgeous headlights, awesome front bumper.
Yep. No, and I think it actually looks better than the last pre-facelifted M340i.
Right. Combined with these wheels, these M Sport wheels here, they look, I think, really, really nice. I'm always very impressed with the designs BMW comes up with. Just clean, modern, very sporty. It fits the car perfectly, especially in that like black and silver
absolutely
trim on there. Blue brake calipers always goes good with the against the black paint. So, one thing I noticed, like, check it out, even the mirrors, they put like, they're sort of like
the M3 style.
Yeah, with the more of the M mirrors, which is a cool touch to this.
The pass-through right there.
Again, everything is blacked out outside of the front grille. You even have all this trim in black over here. Nice, very aggressive rear bumper. I really like it.
It looks great. It's got that kind of fake looking diffuser.
We got real exhaust here, so that's always a pro in my book, especially lately when cars cut all of that out.
Absolutely.
Beautiful, yeah. Gorgeous tail lights here. Nice small lip in typical BMW fashion, just perfectly adds a little bit of that awesome sport to that rear trunk.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look inside the trunk. Nice and roomy.
It's actually, it's decently sized. You could definitely fit a couple full-size luggages in here, no problem. It's obviously non-powered or anything.
Yeah, typical sedan fashion.
Let's look at the back seat here. I'll hop on this side. I'll just take a look.
See what it's like climbing in here. Overall, not bad. Let's close the door, see how much room we have. You know, I'm very comfortable back here. I have a little bit of head space.
Have leg room in front of
yeah,
you, right? And that seat is
adjusted to me.
Yep.
Adjusted to me. So it even has rear temperature controls here. Couple chargers. Very, very nice.
What about the center armrest?
Let's see what that does. Oh boy, there we go.
Okay. Oh, it's a standard BMW.
Yeah, standard. Fare. We got cup holders here.
Okay. What about just the cushion itself?
Firm. Seats are firm as usual in BMWs.
Okay.
Overall, everything here feels pretty good. Nice door handles, nice trim. Yeah, no complaints with this rear seat at all.
Okay, let's check out the front.
Yep. All right, we're in the front. Let's see, adjust the seat. Feels really good. My initial impression, again, maybe coming from driving a lot of SUVs lately, is just kind of almost like how low to the ground you sit. So not only the seat itself in the car, but just overall, I mean, it feels sporty. I haven't been driving a lot of sports sedans lately, but overall, a nice, comfortable position, good view out the front windshield. Visibility is fantastic all around. You know, we got the piano black trim. BMW put in the double screen that all the BMWs have been merging over to. Touchscreen, awesome. Beautiful display.
Very high definition. They changed up the instrument cluster a little bit, made it look a little bit more modern.
I like it. Yeah, resolution on here is absolutely fantastic. I mean, this looks on par with the best of the best monitors that I have set up in my office.
Overall, my kind of initial thoughts, just in general on the interior, is it looks really good. I like the like kind of dark wood trim that they used here, mixed in with the aluminum and the high def screen. It just looks a little less clunky than the last M340i.
Right, where things were kind of separated. You had the screen here, you had a dash console thing here. So now it's just a little bit more integrated. One thing again, we must know they got rid of physical AC button controls now. It's all built into the screen. So it's a little bit of a reach now to play around, to adjust that. We haven't really had a chance to experiment with all of it yet, but we will during our review.
And then the next big change here is they got rid of the gear selector stalk. Now it's just this little tab. It goes from, you know, park, reverse drive, neutral, everything. But in general, I think this area looks a lot better too. They got rid of the cheap looking plasticky piano black.
all this feels really good. It's like this premium kind of.
It's a flat black. It's like a nice textured flat black plastic.
And this, you know, and flattening this out has its pros and cons. I like the shifter. Sometimes you can kind of rest your hand on it. This is nice too. I mean, there's just kind of nothing in the way. I really appreciate that BMW still kept the scroll wheel. It makes everything from music to option selection just so much easier. Audi, for example, got rid of their scroll wheel years ago, and that's been one of the more irritating things on the newer Audis. But they did a good job there, where you can cycle through all the menus, through all the songs very easily with this wheel, and everything feels pretty premium and a good feel and touch to all of this.
And then other than that, I mean, obviously, as mentioned, the screens are just very high definition. Probably, I would say, the best screen we've seen in a BMW so far
for sure.
Obviously, you got the storage space in the middle here, just cup holders with the usual door, again, finished in that dark wood color. The steering wheel, right? It's the same design.
Yeah, M Sport steering wheel. It has the heated function, which is always great. BMW throws that onto a lot of cars.
Are these aluminum paddle shifters? Oh no,
plastic. Yeah, the wheel overall feels great. They feel almost the same on this M Sport in almost every single car. Very nice, thick, premium design. This leather wrap feels really good to the hand. It has this almost a slightly soft feel if you really press into it. Overall, it feels great, I think.
Okay, perfect. Should we just go for a drive?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Oh.
All right.
One thing I should mention is I'm not sure if they did much changes with the seats, but these feel extremely comfortable and supportive.
They do, yeah. Yeah, I have zero complaints so far with this seat. We recently were in a 228i. I wasn't the biggest fan of that seat. This hugs and pushes and tugs in all the right places.
Absolutely.
Right off the bat, I mean, you're not even gunning this car. It already has a nice, very, very low tone growl to it as soon as you touch the gas. I really like that, especially for a six-cylinder. So many manufacturers, and I think even some of the BMW cars of the past, like, just really had a hard time fine-tuning the sound in the six cylinders. Here, so far, what I've heard sounds really, really good. I believe all the M Sports now come with adaptive suspension, so it varies between comfort and sport settings. So we'll test it out, see if there's much difference at all. In comfort, this ride has been absolutely great so far. You can definitely feel that mild hybrid kicking on and off while we stop very fast. I mean, it's so smooth sometimes, like kicking the car off, that you don't even notice that it's doing that. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get
a little first acceleration run.
Really good. Yeah.
That felt great.
Yeah. Pickup is effortless. Sounds phenomenal. Not overbearing in the cabin in any way. Just picks up and goes.
And we should mention this car only has about 1,000 miles on it. It's almost brand new. So yeah, there's no squeaks, no rattles. In comfort, at least, I think it rides pretty well.
Yeah, no, this ride's really nice. Yeah. Even better than some of the, some of the SUVs we've been cruising.
Absolutely.
So it's not bouncy. It is firm. This car is firm, but it just almost floats over the road very, very nicely. Amazing heads-up display on here, very crisp. It has your speed limit showing up in there. Obviously, the speed just looks excellent.
You want to try cycling through the modes?
Sport mode.
All right. So
okay. It changed the displays quite a bit.
I see it changed all this.
Oh wow.
As well.
Okay. All right.
So it definitely sounds louder.
A little bit louder as well. Yes. But still, it's not the type of loudness like you hear it, but it's not overly intrusive in the cabin.
Absolutely, yeah. Upon first impressions, it's not bad at all.
Does not interfere with us talking whatsoever.
No.
fast response from the paddles as well. I do like how these gauges did change. Looks very, I don't know, almost like a airplane cockpit in some way.
That does seem to be where BMW is tending to go with their new gauge cluster.
No, yeah, definitely a lot of fun in this thing. Many people compare this to the M3 and almost call it an M3 Lite, and I would tend to agree. It has a lot of the sporty feelings that M3 would give you without any of the harshness or overbearing sensation. So this could easily, I could see this using this as a daily driver, and it would make a really fun car to commute around town.
Yeah, one thing I am noticing just sitting here is the visibility just is fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know if they like thinned out these A-pillars, but yeah, the view out, like I just see everything.
View is great, yeah. What about road noise? Very little to no road noise. We'll have to double check what tires this is sitting on, but you almost don't even hear this car rolling like whatsoever. So again, very impressive for a sporty sedan.
Two things I just noticed, and our viewers are going to know we really appreciate this. It's got the black headliner, and driver has a shit.
Oh yeah, oh my god, yeah. So my two biggest pet peeves. So I really appreciate that there's actually dark headliner. So BMW gets this right, unlike many other manufacturers scooching in this light beige, you know, tan crap up there. That's my biggest pet peeve. But no, yeah, this interior is done right. It feels very spacious. I have little to no complaints in this car.
Real quick before we swap here in a sec, throttle response, brake response, and steering feel. What do you think?
Throttle response, very, especially in sport, very tough. I mean, look, it pulls away very fast. Close to no turbo lag on here either, sport or comfort. Brakes are definitely very touchy in here. We notice that on almost every single BMW. You know, it's like, and they grab, so there's like a little bit of a dead zone, then they grab right away. So, oh nice, it actually gives you a red light camera on the heads-up display. I'm like, wow, that's cool. And then steering feel, I think awesome. I think just very precise. You know, BMW really, I feel like, nailed the sport, the classic sport sedan feel in this car. So not overly assisted. It feels nice and weighted in sport mode. Just really pleasant to steer and drive. So we're gonna swap seats here in a second, give Alex a chance to mash the gas pedal a little bit in here, see how fun a BMW can still be, you know, after we've been driving and testing all these SUVs for a little while.
Exactly. Let's drive back. Let's see how it feels. I'm actually really excited for this because I wasn't the biggest fan of the last M340i, and I have high expectations for this one.
Oh, I didn't even fully notice. I didn't realize the screen, you can see it better from the passenger side, that the screen is actually curved.
It is.
I thought it's literally kind of like a flat panel.
All right, so it is not an electronically adjustable.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. I don't know, the Germans have an aversion to putting.
Yeah,
it was the same thing in our S4. They just have some sort of an aversion to giving you that.
You know, one thing I will say, this is kind of a weird gripe. The wheel almost blocks part of the screen.
Yeah,
which is kind of weird,
especially depending on your height and the way you look into there. You can see the gauges pretty well, but it is you know, in a way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, and I typically like my wheel a little bit lower. I kind of have to have it higher just so it doesn't block part of the screen. So,
the nice thing is you still get speed in the heads-up display, so you don't necessarily need that.
Yes, that's
a good full view of that.
All right, wait, I want to start in
comfort,
and then work my way up to sport. So let's do comfort. Okay, and then that
right. But see how smooth though it is?
Yeah, the stop-start feature. All right. I like, in general, like the weightiness of the wheel. It's pretty good.
I almost don't even know how to describe it. It's like, it's not heavy, it's not light, it's tuned just right for you to get the feel of the road, yet not be overly assisted.
Right, obviously this is electronic steering, you know, drive-by-wire, but it feels pretty good just upon the first 30 seconds in the car. Oh yeah, this puppy moves. It's kind of funny. We haven't been in a sedan, in a full-size sedan, or I guess mid-size sedan in a while. It is a little different from being in an SUV.
It is. When after you keep riding SUVs, it almost feels weird. It's like it takes you a second to acclimate to being back in a sedan after a little while. And again, this is a dying breed. There's not many cars left in this segment, especially great cars in this segment. And this is one of the few that BMW just still keeps investing their heart and soul into and keeps improving over and over. And I think in terms of recent 3 Series, this is probably my favorite version, especially for the 23 model year.
I will say the 23 model year is probably my favorite looking 3 Series, at least from this generation of 3 Series.
So I think it's absolutely fantastic, and there's hardly any area BMW lets you down on with this car. I mean, it even feels and sounds great from the passenger seat as well.
Yeah, I think that that mild hybrid really fills in those torque gaps. There's almost never let down in acceleration.
Yep. Yeah, it pulls strong, any gear, any speed, even from a red light, it really pulls away really nicely.
Yeah. One other thing to mention, the wheel, it's that classic BMW thickness. Love it or hate it, I don't mind it. The leather texture feels great. I like that. One thing we kind of haven't mentioned too much is they used piano black finish very minimally in the interior, which I'm particularly not a fan of the piano black. So this looks very good.
This does, yeah. You have a little bit of silver, really nice dark wood trim, just a couple accents. They knocked it out. They knocked it out without being overbearing. Nothing looks cheap in here. The screen is absolutely marvelous in this car. All the panels feel nice and good. No hints of cheapness anywhere throughout this interior.
And I will say the biggest compliment, no touch haptic buttons anywhere. Every button that they decide to put in is an actual real button.
And that's great, yep.
All right, let's pop into the sport. See how this feels.
You hear it kick down a gear, a little bit growlier.
Oh yeah, this
flies.
No, it flies. And I hear little burbles.
Yeah, a little. Oh yeah,
which is nice.
Yeah, no, it feels good.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. They nailed it. That wraps up our first impression, guys. Stay tuned for the full review, and we'll see you next time on a desert road.